while we are still looking into what was the purpose and what was the intent of the minister per se, but that is supposed to be the purpose of a miracle. Every miracle is supposed to lead to the one who makes the miracle, which is Jesus. And we really are still looking into what was really the purpose of this one per se.
To remind viewers at home, Pastor, this is the same church that just a short while ago was asking the congregation to eat grass as well. Do you understand from those of no faith and those who are not believers, it does look rather unusual, or do you not agree?
I do agree. I do agree. I mean, to be honest, biblically in general, we have not yet found a place where not to speak against the minister of the house of sorts. We respect his calling and we respect what God is doing, but we have not yet found a place in Scripture where Jesus performed a miracle that put people at risk, per se. In this case in point, we want to just really understand what was the heart behind it and what was the purpose behind it, because it was never the practice of Jesus himself to put people's health and well-being at risk.
I asked the following question, fully respectful of churches and who I'm talking to right now. I do ask the question respectfully. Yes, there has been criticism that this particular congregation could have been brainwashed ahead of this particular sermon.
Well, I would not necessarily conclusively say yes or no. But we still need to look into the reality of it, because in order for us to come with a conclusive answer, we have to be very factual with the realities and looking into why do they say they were brainwashed or sorts. But this behavior in itself, because of its unusual nature, even in the Christian circle, would really require us to look into it in future, to just ask ourselves what is the belief and what is the backdrop of the minister himself. We do see that it is not generally biologically what we call very healthy, per se, for somebody to be drinking petrol. It is not good for the health of the people who are actually drinking the petrol. So we really need it. It poses us and it questions and puts onto us the weight to really go into the ministry and understand why is that behavior happening in the church. It is not usual. It has not been one of Christ's practices. I mean, we looked over and over. There was not one instance in the Scripture where people's lives and health were put on risk. It was only one time when people's lives and health were put on risk, and it was when the devil was tempting Jesus and said, can you jump off this cliff and the angels will come and carry you? But it was never a practice of Jesus himself to put people at risk and to put their health in disrepute in that case in point. So that's why I say this would really need us to look into it and to find out what was the heart of the minister at the time and what was the purpose of that miracle. Was it to point to Jesus, or what was the end result of it eventually?